UFC 274 Oliveira vs. Gaethje took place Saturday, May 7th from Footprint Center in Phoenix, Arizona. There's gold on the line when UFC lightweight champion Charles Oliveira defends his title against number 1 ranked Justin Gaethje in a battle for lightweight supremacy in a can't-miss main event. Let's talk Oliveira vs. Gaethje. The former UFC interim lightweight champion and number 1 ranked lightweight Justin the Highlight Gaethje, 23-3, fighting out of Denver, Colorado, plans to put Oliveira's resolve to the test and finally capture his first undisputed UFC title. Gaethje has a very skilled wrestling base and is literally as tough as they come, and he has great coaching. He brings in a controlled brawling style and possesses incredible power with the striking. He has wicked leg kicks and KO power in both of his hands. But on the other side of the octagon, you have the UFC lightweight champion and number 5 ranked men's pound-for-pound fighter, Charles "The Bronx" Oliveira, 32-8-1, fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, and he intends to further his legacy as champion by defeating another top contender and continue his rise up the pound-for-pound ranks. Oliveira is on an incredible 10-fight win streak and has mostly been known for his world-class submission game, and he holds the record for the most submissions in UFC history at 15. But over the last few years, he has made some incredible improvements in his striking game to complement those world-class ground skills, and shown some real grit in his last win over one of the best in the world in Dustin Poirier. Tonight's betting odds have Justin Gaethje coming in at a +110 underdog, and Oliveira comes in at a -140 favorite. And here's how it went down. They both came out quickly in the first 10 seconds, with Gaethje throwing his signature powerful leg kicks, but Charles tagging him with a quick right hand that wobbled Gaethje, and Charles started pressing the attack with his knees and that forward pressure. Charles landed another hard shot that hurt Gaethje, but Gaethje returned the favor and dropped Charles. He got back to his feet right away and started the attack, landing a few shots, but Gaethje tagged him again and sat Charles down one more time, but Charles right back to his feet. This all happened in the first minute. Damn, this is wild. Now Charles has a cut on his eye and he's wearing a little bit of damage. Charles did a great job throughout the night keeping forward pressure with some beautiful technique, with really pretty combinations with his knees, punches, and kicks that were finding a home. Charles even at one point from the clinch tried to jump guard, but Gaethje didn't want to play that game and just kept it standing. Charles kept finding a home all night for that pretty right hand, and late in the round drops Gaethje again and climbs on top of him looking for a triangle choke, but after a scramble, Charles secured his back, and we all know, the man with the most submissions in UFC history, that the fight was probably over, and it was. Charles Oliveira defeats Justin Gaethje by rear naked choke at 1:40 in round 1. Crowd was going crazy. Charles jumps into the crowd immediately talking to the boss Dana White, having a few words, and guys, surprisingly, there was no bonus for the Bronx after a spectacular main event. Alright, here's my final thoughts. This has been a wild 24 hours, and in case you were asleep in a cave, the champ missed weight by ½ pound, and there has been some controversy on the scales, and you wonder if psychologically it would affect the champ's mindset coming into this fight. Well, we have our answer. Guys, after 3 amazing victories and all-out wars with 3 of the best in the division in Chandler, Poirier, and now Gaethje, it's amazing that anyone could still question Oliveira's heart. It's time to put some major respect behind his name. Charles over the years has widely been known as mostly a ground specialist, but once again the new Oliveira showed superior stand-up technique with beautiful combinations that Gaethje just didn't have an answer for. His performance tonight was a true work of art. Oliveira is just on a different level after this late in his career, and it's truly incredible to me that he keeps growing every fight and shows serious improvement every time he steps into the cage, showing off a complete game. Guys, sign me up every time he fights. Alright, here's some quick stats on Oliveira. He is the number 5 ranked men's pound-for-pound fighter. He has 9 wins by KO, 21 by submission. He has the most submissions in UFC history at 16. He is on a 12-fight winning streak. He now holds wins over Dustin Poirier, Tony Ferguson, Jim Miller, Michael Chandler, and now Justin Gaethje. Okay, what's next for Oliveira? Joe Rogan in the post-fight interview asked Charles who he wants to fight next, and the champ said he would fight anyone that Dana put in front of him, but also mentioned Conor McGregor's name as well. Who wouldn't? That's a big money fight. Well, Gaethje was the number 1 contender, and Poirier was the number 2, and they were both finished by Oliveira, so the only fight that makes sense is the number 3 ranked Islam Makhachev. Guys, let me know in the comments what you thought of the fight tonight and DeBronk's performance and who you think he should fight next. Just want to give a big shout out to all of our loyal fans. We love you guys. Thank you for all the support. This is Jake Hattan with MMA Weekly's The Lowdown Breakdown. See you next time.